If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. Yeah. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So come on down and get you Anchor. Yeah. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
You're listening to the Backlog Podcast with hosts Kevin Lane and Joe Roop, bringing you weekly discussions on gaming, as well as quick insights into sports, entertainment, and anything else that they can think of. To get in touch with us, follow us on social media at Backlog Time, or visit our website, thebacklogexposed.com. And now, gear up and get ready, because it's time to tackle the backlog.
Alright, so, Joe, welcome. Welcome to episode number 79 of the Backlog Podcast. I'm Kevin. Right over here is Joe. This is Joe. And we are here. We're going to be, I change my mind about once every 30 or 40 seconds. And I was like, we're never going to do it live. It's just not going to work out. Here we are live, man.
Live and live.
So, appreciate that, host, buddy. We are on episode 79. We're getting close to 100. There's been some mental speculation that I was slowing down and that I, probably do 1 or 2 a month as opposed to 2 or 3 a week. It just got a lot going on. But Joe hit me up the other day. Joe said, Kevin, we got to get back into this podcast, man. We got to do it. And that's all it takes for me. Immediately, I felt the blood flowing, the fire in my heart, because I love doing the podcast with this guy. And I think doing the podcast behind the desk, having our nice little presentation here, I think that's really going to help us out. Appreciate that follow. And I think that, long story short, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to video games and it comes to what we're playing, what we have on the backlog. And we're going to build this out. So, Joe, you have been playing the hell out of Realm Royale. Are you still deep in, up to your neck?
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, we just played a couple nights ago. Me and Ray did. It's getting better. I mean, there's still more people coming along. They did an update to it. They gave a third ability, which is pretty cool. So you can do 3 abilities now, movement and all kinds of other things. I don't know. It's just a fun game. The weapons is fun. Turn into the chicken. That's what makes me laugh, man. You see people run around the damn.
Oh man, the chicken. And you can get all the different costumes for chickens and the outfits for the characters and everything. What games are on the horizon for you? I mean, have you looked at Death Stranding or any of these games that have come out over the last couple months?
I got to get back into Need for Speed Heat. I haven't even platinumed that game yet. I got quite a bit of trophies left on it. I still have to beat I've already beat Borderlands 3, but I haven't platinumed Borderlands 3. There's a lot of side missions I got to do on that.
Yeah, that's
still playing Call of Duty with Adam and Ray and them.
Nice.
I need to jump back on God of War 3 so I can beat those Valkyries, which is damn near impossible.
You know what's funny is you're basically talking about my backlog here. Sounds like it anyways. All these games you're talking about are games I have to get in there and play. So we got a question already, which is awesome. This comes from Mirage Leonardo, and they want to know, have you ever sold any games on the backlog because you got burnt out or the interest is gone? I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I've ever sold a video game in my life. I have an irresponsibly large backlog of games, and I'm talking over 200 or 300 games. There are still games that I need to play on the Xbox 360. Now,
Jesus.
It's definitely irresponsible because they've actually made backwards compatibility for the games that I need to beat. that are on the Xbox 360. But in all fairness, and I'm being honest, I probably won't play half of all the games on my backlog. But these are games that I want to play. With Twitch and things like this, it makes it easier for me to watch people play the games that I have on my backlog, or games that I may add to my backlog, and then never have to buy them. So I'll give you a great example. The first time I ever really got into Twitch, I watched a streamer named Lyric, and he was playing Wolfenstein, one of the not the most recent, but probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I watched him play the whole game. Yeah, and he beat the game in like 9 hours. I watched the whole thing. I was going to buy the game. I tipped him $5 because it saved me the money and time of playing it myself. There's really no need. I don't have to. Some of these games are like movies. I don't have to have my hands on the controller. I just like watching what the developers did. And there's other games like Days Gone. That's how I am with
World of Warcraft, and I could watch that shit all day.
Really, World of Warcraft? You could do that?
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I could watch it all day.
See, I'm still able to watch Fortnite. I'm getting sick of it, but to be honest, it's one of the games I can definitely watch. I haven't played near as much this whole new chapter thing. It was fun at first, and then I just kind of was like, all right, well, that's cool. How many skins can you get before you're burnt out on skins? So
yeah, my kids still play the hell out of Fortnite, dude.
Yeah, mine do too, but they're actually falling off of it as well. I mean, we got a new pinball parlor, like pinball bar, down the road here. It's awesome. And these guys are really great. It's called Leaderboard Arcade. And they're going to be trying to franchise this thing out. And what they want to be able to do is have high scores across all the different bars that they have across the country. And then have a big leaderboard so you can earn, if you're the high scorer, you're going to get your own cup and get discounts on drinks and things. Really cool idea. But they have pinball all across this place. I mean, there's other arcades as well, arcade machines. But dude, Jagger and Wesley love pinball. And I have pinball on VR, and I have pinball on the Switch for like Star Wars pinball.
Yeah.
They can't get enough of pinball. So
that's awesome.
I love that because that enhances their reactionary skills and anticipation and things like that. So a pinball's a never-ending game of fun. I mean, once you lose, you go back in and you play it again, and that just really brings you back down to the classics like Pong and stuff like that, and air hockey. Have you ever gone to like an arcade with your kids and done stuff like that?
Oh yeah, all the time, man. We go to Dave & Buster's quite a bit. Well, not quite a bit, but a couple times a year. They love going to Chuck E. Cheese and playing those arcades. They love going. Matter of fact, we went to SeaWorld this past weekend in San Diego, and there was arcade machines there. They played, and all those games, man.
That's awesome.
My kids are getting into Minecraft more now.
Same. Actually, that's another game my two are playing the hell out of. You got a Switch, right?
Yeah. Come on, Kevin. Come on,
well,
Kevin.
I know the answer, but have them download this new Pokemon game. It's like Minecraft Pokemon. It's free. And Wesley, I don't think you can cross-play. I have no idea. Or multiplay, but Wesley and Jagger have just been on top of that game as well. Literally, last 24 hours, just been.
Dude, so I collect all these video games and systems and shit. Yep. I've gotten on this crazy kick of the pop vinyls.
Oh shit! Don't even tell me.
Dude, I have.
You're gonna go broke, right?
I have like 70 pop vinyls.
70. Now. All right, you got to post a picture. We have a Discord. We're gonna get some links. It's not that I'm lazy, guys. It's just got 10,000 things going on. But right now, it looks really bad because all we have is a donation link down below. The only reason that's there is because I had to, when I was setting up the Streamlabs or whatever, it made you authorize that there was a donation link to be able to move forward. So I'm gonna get Joe's link down here. If you're not following him, it's Team Emar Gaming on Twitch. We got a whole bunch of people in the network. And our network is growing. We were part of a different team. That team blew. Well, no, it's not that I'm worrying about it. We have I've been networking with a lot of the people that we brought over to that team, and so I just want to say welcome back and welcome to the Backlog because we are starting to pick up pace. We've reached 100 users. We probably have about as many active users on our Discord as the other one. But
hang on a second, my daughter would like to say something to the crowd.
Yeah, bring her on in.
Today I want a solo duo.
Solo duo? Where's your head coming from? It's just popping up right next to me in the thin air. It's crazy. What is going on?
Yeah, she knows what she's saying. She queued into the duos by herself and whooped everybody's ass.
I know what she was saying. She was on her own taking on teams of 2. Solo duo.
That's right. Well, good night. Love you.
Let's see. So Mirage came back with another comment. I used to experience JRPG burnout. Yeah, I'm totally with you on the burnout. When you like some games, I'll play a lot, and I'll get 30, 40, 50, 60% into that game, and I won't touch it. And then out of nowhere, I decide, you know what? I'm gonna go back and play it. Now, Joe, this is something I've been waiting to talk to you for, but while you're over there burning in the sun in San Diego, okay, doing 365-degree photos, which are fucking awesome, by the way. I love all that stuff you were doing.
Did you see that?
I saw that. You know what's funny, too, is I clicked on the picture, and I didn't realize it was a 3D picture. I think I was on my phone, and I clicked on it. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good view. And then I moved, and I realized, oh, shit, that's 3D, and I turned it to the right, and you're like, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just like, that's awesome. And I turned it to the left, and I was like, oh, shit, Joseph. I love that, man. The panorama.
That's actually really easy to do, man. So basically, you have on the panoramic, you have your guys or whoever on this side, and then as you're slowly turning it like this, they just run behind you and stand still. And by the time you get there, it was awesome.
That is awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, while you were out there, The Witcher dropped on Netflix, and that's a game. So Mirage is actually talking about, so some days you'll play one game, you kind of get sick of it, you jump into another game, and then you play the hell out of that, and then you jump back.
I don't know. I bet Mirage has probably played this game on PS2. I'm probably gonna butcher the name.
Suikoden. That's right.
Suikoden, maybe is what it's called. Suikoden, whatever. Yeah. Dude, I have like 400 or 500 hours into that game. I've beaten it like 4 times. Each time you beat it, you keep leveling up. It is probably one of my favorite games of all time.
They just came out with it. They just came out with a new one on the Dreamcast. So, but luckily you have one, right? You have a Dreamcast back there. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But yeah, the ability to go back and forth between some of these games, I think that's what makes.
He said he's played it, but he didn't care much for it.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah, you gotta respect that. That's the best part about games, man. Is some people can love them, some people can hate them. My kids love pinball, other kids don't care for it. But going back to The Witcher, are you going to watch the TV show, or have you touched the TV show?
No, I ain't watching that shit, son.
Because the TV show, I gotta tell you, we're only 2 episodes in. We're not like everybody else. We can't binge watch anymore because of all these kids. But man, I'm digging it. There's a hint of cheesiness to it, but when you're playing the video game, I mean, you played enough of it to get Geralt and his the way he responds, the way he talks, and all that. How he's slow paced with that low growl, like no, yes, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Just the way he talks. He killed it. He kills it as the actor. What's his name? Superman.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so Henry Cavill.
Clark Kent.
Clark Kent. I know who you're talking about, Clark.
Yeah, Clark. No, Superman.
But yeah, dude, he really has knocked it out of the park, I think, and I can't wait for more. But the end of season 1, episode 2. Here, let me get on my. I gotta get on my bandanas.
Bob? Thanks for jumping in, buddy.
There he is, Bobzilla, coming in clutch with the Bob Ross. Yeah, so at the end of episode 2, there's a song, and it's called "Toss a Coin to Your Witcher," and it's really cheesy, but man, I'll tell you what, it's stuck in your head.
Why the fuck I look like I'm going bald right there, fellas? What is this?
That's because you're going bald right there, fella.
Nah, dude, my hair. It's hat hair. Get fucked.
It's your hair. It's your hair. So So tell me a little bit about San Diego, man. You look like you had a blast. Your videos out there were fucking lit. We were laughing.
Dude,
Actually, I was talking with Alpha. I was talking with Buddy. Man, we were laughing at your shit. So hit us up. What did you do out there?
So a couple things, man. So we got up there, and I wanted to take the roof and everything off of Colton and Ashley's Jeep because it was nice. So we go up there. You're not seeing a picture, Bobzilla? What's going on?
Anybody else? Can you confirm if there's no picture, just to let us know?
But so we're riding around the Jeep, no top. We're taking pictures and videos. But one of the funniest things is we went to SeaWorld, and we're riding this roller coaster. It's called the Manta.
Oh yeah,
and it takes you up and back and then up, and then it goes one more time, and then it goes through the whole ride. Well, these sumbitches stopped the ride mid loop and brought us back and took my fucking phone.
I saw that, man. That's
Dude,
nuts. I'm seeing a picture now.
I laughed so hard.
So you're not allowed to have the phone.
I guess not, which I've never heard of that shit before. Usually it's
Fuck
like,
that.
well, hold your phone, but if you lose your phone, that's on you.
Now, I gotta tell you guys, Joe is that guy to where we're going on a freaking 3D roller coaster, Superman roller coaster, and Joe's front row got his phone out like this with his freaking mask on. Going around.
Damn right. I'm going to let my dog out 1 second. I can still hear you.
All right, man. Whoa, getting cut in half. All right, so for those of you who are watching, I'm not gonna lie. We're in a virtual studio, and normally I wouldn't bring that up, but people are getting cut off, and we're clicking buttons. I'm new to this. I'm not a producer, but I'm becoming one inadvertently, And then Joe's head is just kind of floating in the air. I love it. This is the power of technology. Okay, this is the power. Joe is see-through. His chair is a ghost. It's amazing what we can do. I'm rendering as we speak a whole scene, a whole new studio just for the Backlog podcast. So you see down here, I got this video thing, but it's actually like an overlay. We got Alpha forgot his turdstone pile driver over there in front of Joe. Joe, can you sit up a little bit? Your eyes are disappearing. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, over there in front of Joe, we got that smelly turdstone pile driver from the Alpha. And yeah, I think it's just you, Bob. I refreshed on my side, and we're good to go. But yeah, so a lot of cool things to come. For the last, I'd say 3 months, I've been putting a lot of time into a lot of this virtual stuff, the sets. I'm trying to come up with content and something that would be rewatchable. And I'll tell you, it was really fun to do the babyface and the heel. And produce that and put that out for episode 1. We're going to have episode 2 coming up on Wednesday night, probably around 10 o'clock p.m., which is a little late, but we got to wait for the show to end, right? And they used to end the show at 9:30, now it's 10 o'clock. And it's the post-show for AEW Dynamite Wrestling. And if you don't like wrestling, it's okay. We should still have some fun. Alpha's one hell of a talent. We got Jimmy Thompson, and my cousin Ricky's doing the refereeing in the middle. And we got some great feedback from the first episode, so we're going to try to incorporate some more information for people who don't really watch wrestling or AEW specifically, so that we can bring them into the fold so that they can understand what the hell it is we're talking about. We want to be able to reach an audience that's more than just Twitch streamers, right? Because that's one of the problems with these networks is that as we're trying to network with other people who are trying to get viewers. So you're reaching out to other people. They may be streaming. They may be busy doing stuff. But there are a lot of watchers. There's a lot of people who watch Twitch and don't want to partake in streaming.
Dude, there is a shit ton of watchers.
Yeah, and we just need to find them. We just need to get to them. Because when you get to these communities, it's mostly other streamers. So one of the ways...
That's the hard part about it, man, is you get caught up in all these Discords, but it's like everyone's trying to stream. So it's really difficult to find. You know what I mean?
Yep. But, if you had boobs, we'd be just fine, man. So,
hey, if I don't stop eating like I already got some. Look at this shit jiggle, son. I need to lose some weight.
No, you can't download Roblox right this second. Wesley asks about 7 times a day if he can download Roblox. Wesley, come over here, say hi to the team, to the stream, to the 5 people out there.
Hi.
You can look right up here.
What up, Wesley, you cute ass little dude?
And see, look, you're behind the desk.
Oh.
Can you see Joe?
Yeah.
Say hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, buddy.
Give him the first part of Old Town Road.
Yeah.
Bring it up high. Well. Louder. They need it louder.
Well.
Gonna
Take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I got the horses in the back. Horse that gets attached, and he's Manny Black. I got the horses like a mag. Riding on a horse, you can't whip your horse. Up and in the valley, you get up in a forest now. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing.
I'm that boy.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, laying on my blanket. You beat it on my blanket. You can't know nothing.
What do you think of this haircut?
Yeah, man, he's cute. I miss his long hair though.
No. We keep it. He wants it shorter than this.
I miss his long hair, dude.
Guess who says hi? Bob says hi. Remember Bob he was here last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He says hi. He's watching as well.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, so for those of you who are only listening to this podcast and who aren't watching on Twitch, you can watch us when we're doing this. Looney Gaming coming in with the raid. Looney Raid, what's up? Got Ridicule out there. He's a former guest of the podcast. But for those of you who are listening, because we're going to record this, post it on the website as well, and on Anchor. You can get to us at anchor.fm/the Backlog Pod. Yeah, you can also watch us when we're going to be doing this on Twitch. So twitch.tv/Backlog Network. And you're also going to see some other really awesome content like Babyface and the Heel. And we're going to get Joe to do something. I don't know. Joe, what would you like to do for your TV show?
Man, I'll do anything except wrestling.
Except wrestling. I think we need to get you on to talk about I don't know.
Here.
Some bootlegging, some burr.
Some bootlegging.
Just kidding. He said Mirage was like, "Hey, Backlog, what was the best game you played in 2019?" Doesn't have
that's
to
an
be a
awesome
new release. Mine was Transformers Devastation for PS4, made by Platinum Games, and the same team who made Bayonet. It's actually based on the 80s Transformers. That's pretty good, man. 2019, my favorite game. I don't know. It's kind of tough.
I got a good answer for you. I played, and actually Mela from the network is playing it right now. Detroit Become Human is a game I popped in halfway through the year. I got sucked right in. I was in the middle of playing Fortnite. I was so addicted to Fortnite, and I played 5 minutes of that Detroit Become Human game, and I was just like, all right, I'm in.
It plays a good one.
Yeah, it plays like a movie. And I don't know did you ever end up beating it?
Who, me? No.
So, yeah, it plays like a movie, and you have 1,000, I forget what the total number is, but there's maybe over a dozen or 2 dozen endings that you can possibly have within the game. And so every choice you make matters, and at the end of every scene, it breaks down what you chose as compared to everyone else who's played the game. So you can see, like, the decision you made at the end of that scene was only like 1% of all the people who played the game have chosen that scene. And you can, and sometimes you play and it's like 80% of the people because there's some very obvious decisions, but there's some very hard breakdowns. There's certain endings that are very hard to get. And I didn't know anything about that until after I played it. So once I did beat it, I was like, I got to come back to this, and I don't want to read anything to get myself to these other endings, but there are decisions that I would do differently to see.
That's pretty badass, though, man.
Yeah. So I recommend that game heavily, and it's I think the Ultimate Edition or whatever was free a couple months ago on Plus. So if you haven't played that game, definitely check it out. Detroit Become Human, and Mela's playing it right now. Mela TV, she's pretty badass, and if you like watching girls who scream real loud when they get scared, definitely check out Mela. Ridicule is out there right now, and I don't know if he's still doing any of his whoa, we got a bear in the room. Riddy, I don't know if you're still doing your charity stuff.
My damn green screen. Sorry, man.
Yeah, this is crazy, man. That dog is bigger than you now. But yeah, so Riddy, if you're still doing your charity stuff, please go ahead and post it down below. If not, let us know when you're going to do that again, and we'll hype you up this time a little bit better than we did last time. I was when actually funny story when Riddy was supposed to be on the podcast. It's not really funny. I was kind of rude of me. Accidentally missed the recording because I was cutting stumps out in the yard, and it was one of the most unbearable and terrible, shitty days because I was like, my back was just in so much pain, and I'd never used a stump grinder before. And once I started getting a rhythm, I was not stopping. And then I came inside, and I'm like, oh shit, I was supposed to record with Riddy today. So we got to get him back on, because I don't know if you had a chance to really talk with him, but he's a really cool dude. So Riddy, appreciate you swinging on in. And shout out to Looney Gaming. He's newer on the network. I think Buddy found him, MMA Marks, and or they played together or something through UFC 3, and he's actually a really good streamer. I did make a comment, I think yesterday or the day before, about I don't like watching streams without cameras, like where people don't have a camera. But that's a different story when you're watching a game like that, UFC 3. He's active, he's talkative, so it's not universal. But I think it just, for me, I like being able to relate to the streamer with the camera. But it's not to say that you can't stream without a camera. You know what I mean? It still works if you have the skill set. He has the skill set. So yeah, I definitely, definitely shout out to Luna Gaming. Thank you for that host and the raid. And thanks to MMA Marks for always pulling in, man. If you guys aren't checking MMA Marks out, he has been knocking it out of the park with his streams last couple of days. And you can get him at MMA_Marks on Twitch. They also have a podcast. It's really taken off. It's doing really well. And you can get to that through anchor.fm. Just search MMA Marks podcast, because I don't know the link off the top of my head. But if you're in the chat, I'm sure Buddy will post it. So, Joe, I talked to you a little earlier about the Stadia, and I know that I gave you the Buddy Pass, and we talked about it, and just so much going on right now. But I'll be honest with you, it's not where I wanted it to be at this point. And so, what's up? How you doing, buddy?
Tell him what your favorite game of 2019 was. Oh, he's got to think about it.
I'm scratching his head.
Scratching his head, yeah. What game?
I don't know that much.
What game did you like the best?
I know. Fortnite.
He's gonna say it.
I like Just Dance 2020.
Yeah, he does like Just Dance 2020.
Just Dance 2020.
Minecraft better than Fortnite? Mm-hmm. Oh, shoot. All right, go to bed, buddy. You got school tomorrow. Love you. Good night.
Yeah, Jagger's got school tomorrow, too, so we got to wind
it might snow tonight, so
down a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. We don't know about Mother Nature. She's a bitch.
No.
I can't call Mother Nature a bitch. No, you can't. She's mean. I love my kids. What up, Ready TV? Ooh, Resident Evil? Nah, man, I can't fuck with that game.
So,
I'm going to tell you a little story about why I can't fuck with these games.
Yeah, tell that story about The Witcher and Resident Evil and all that, because that's a key story when it comes to this stuff.
I blame it on PTSD, I guess, because I never had any problems with this before, but ever since I got back from Iraq, I don't do well with scary shit at all. I don't watch scary movies. I don't play scary games. But anyway, I tried playing The Witcher, and I played the shit out of it. It's a super fun game. But I woke up in the middle of the night punching, screaming, yelling. Yeah. And I thought it was just another one of those night terrors that I got for the medication I'm on, all this other bullshit. But anyway, I went back in there, kept playing the game, and then another couple of nights goes by, another bad night terror. So my wife was like, I watched you play that game. It's a good game. Graphics are awesome. She's like, but it's some like demons and just some spooky stuff. Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's fun. But then she's like, why don't you stop playing it for about a week and see what happens? Man, stop playing the game. Night terrors went away. So was it the night terrors from the game or what? I don't know, but I just don't fuck with scary stuff no more, man. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Call me a vagina if you like. It's fine.
Vagina. No, I totally get it, man. I mean, you can't stop your brain from doing your brain, doing what it does. And
yeah, man,
when you're sleeping, I've had some crazy, crazy dreams. I used to be really, really addicted to like diet sodas and stuff, and it starts me off on this whole conspiracy thing. So I'm not going to get into it right now, but aspartame is a chemical that has a lot of research that says it's good. A lot of people say it's not. And when I cut that out of my diet, I stopped having nightmares. But these nightmares were like gruesome, gruesome nightmares. Like the kind of shit like someone hit play on a DVD while I was sleeping, and I was literally in the middle of the scariest horror movie ever. But I have vivid dreams, and so I have the ability to change my dreams sometimes. So if I wake up in the middle of the night and someone's chasing me or I don't like the situation, I literally just say, fuck that, and I'm going back in, and I'll go back in and chase the person who was chasing me, or I'll identify while I'm awake who I think it is, and then I won't be afraid of them. It's very weird. So, games have never done that for me, but movies, every once in a while. But I will tell you, Resident Evil is absolutely nuts.
Dude, it's a good game, though. I really, really remember playing Resident Evil Director's Cut on the PS1. And
Joe, you got the VR, man. Pop it in.
No. This is a fucking game, son. This is life right here, okay? This is my life. I ain't trying to
put the wife in it. She'll tear through it. No, it's
I'm trying to have my wife strangle me in the
anyone out there? So Reddit TTV. Did you ever play the VR version of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard? Because that game, I tried pushing through during Halloween. I did a Halloween stream. That is terrifying. It's just one of those experiences that you start playing it and it gets super scary. So I used to love scary stuff. Nowadays, when I have the kids in the house, do you think that has anything to do with it, Joe? Like
What's
your
that?
kids being like playing scary games or games that give you those feelings? Like, do you think maybe because you're a dad now, it's changed how?
No, I mean,
I've
never had any of those problems until I got back from Iraq. So I don't,
Yeah.
like I said,
It's
weird. I don't know. I'm not blaming it on that, but I've never had any problems until I got back.
Yeah, totally.
So I don't. But I just don't blame them. I said, "Fuck it. It's not worth the. It's not worth the aggravation and the.
No, but there's plenty of other games that you can play. So give us an example of a game that you're looking forward to, whether it's on your backlog or something coming out in 2020. What are you looking forward to playing in the next couple months?
I haven't even looked into games coming out, man, in a couple months, but I'm just hoping for a good like RPG. I know Borderlands 3 came out. It actually disappointed me, believe it or not. It didn't have the same grasp as Borderlands 2. Me, Adam, and Ray played Borderlands 2. I mean, we've got multiple level 70 characters, multiple level 50 characters. It's all I could do to level up one character in Borderlands 3. I just didn't get that same feeling from Borderlands 2.
And you played the hell out of that expansion on Borderlands 2 right before 3 came out.
Yeah, dude. I mean, matter of fact, I platinumed Borderlands 2 when it was on PS3. When the that starter pack, but when they re-released Borderlands 1 and 2 and the pre-sequel, we platinum them all again on PS4. I mean, they're fucking awesome games, man. Borderlands 3 was really good. It had a lot of good gameplay, a lot of good weapons, a bunch of new enemies. But I don't know, man. I just didn't get that same aha moments from it, you know?
I was gonna say, Joe, I stopped in today on Acid's stream. He was playing some Rocket League, and the control that this man has on his fucking car in Rocket League is as if you're wearing cleats running down a soccer field. He's amazing, and so
he's got some kind of like we have aimbot on Call of Duty. He has auto drive on his car. He's got fucking Tesla or something on there.
And I gotta say, man, Acid, you're too humble. You're good. You're humble. Accept it.
You're on a
quality
damn team, son.
And I go in, I start chatting, and of course, the second I start chatting with him, the opponent scored a couple goals on him, but no, man. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm sorry, man. I'm just gonna shut up. But luckily, I had a call for work, and he got to get back at it. But no, man. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. Acid is he's one of those guys that when we were over there in Leaky, he always kept in touch, and he always supported. He's a very big fan of support, and so
one of my veteran brothers.
That's right.
Shout out to the Air Force.
My wife knew who he was before I did. Do you remember
really?
that? You were at the house. You were talking, Acid, he's in the Air Force and this and that, and then you were telling me about him, and Kristen, and I was like, oh yeah, we got to go meet these guys, and then she was like, I know who he is, Kevin. Yeah. Joe already told me. I was like, all right, but yeah, for sure. I know it's getting a little bit late, and we didn't want to run this podcast too long. We're trying to keep our podcast a little bit shorter so that people actually listen. Trying to grow the audience. I really do want to ask that if you have a chance, please just go to your podcast app, even if you don't really listen to podcasts. If you're on Apple, you can go to iTunes. If you're on Google, you can just go to Google Play Music, or you can download Google Podcasts, and just search Backlog Podcast. You'll see our logo. Just click it. If you set it to download automatically, like only on Wi-Fi, it'll automatically download. You can listen to it whenever you want. Most of our episodes will be 30 minutes or less. Today's a little bit longer because I haven't talked with Joe in months. But yeah, if in order for us to get the motivation to get back in here, start doing all the research that we were doing before, and getting the setup where it needs to be, we need to see the numbers going back up. And the numbers were going down. I think part of it was because I just don't have the the desire to do it alone. I want this guy with me, so.
A lot of shit on both ends, man. I was moving and new job, and just, my dad was sick, and then dad passed away, and it's been a 2019 fucking sucked, man, for the rubles.
Yeah, man, I'm with you.
2020 ain't starting off no damn better. You heard
about
my mom?
Well, she fell, right?
Yeah, she fell and broke her freaking hip.
But now she can have a bionic hip. You got to look at things.
Between me and mom, we're going to be some fucking robots. Dude, I got pins and shit in my arm, and she's got pins in her arm, and
you ever see
legs, so it sucks, man.
We watched Ex Machina just a week or two ago with Bob Zilla there in the chat. He came and visited for most of December, and it really I just got to say thanks to Bob, because 2019 was a shitty year for a lot of us, and December really turned things around. Having a good friend, Bob is a friend of mine from way back 2003 when I lived in New Orleans, and we reconnected in 2019, and it was one of the highlights of the year. And he came down to visit. We did some digging for not some digging, but some research on treasure hunting, and he got me into this, and the treasure hunting has taken a complete path of its own. It's not about making millions off of treasures. It's really about the hunt. But if you want to look into a really cool treasure hunt, just search The Secret. It's can't remember the fucking guy's name off the top of my head right now, but it's called The Secret. It's a treasure hunt, and Bob, if you're out there, throw his name in there. But anyways, he got me into it, and there's 12 treasures across the country. He buried these things in 1982, and he died in 2005. The first treasure was found in 1983 or 4. The second treasure wasn't found until 2004, and then he died the following year in a car accident. And then just last year, in October, they found the third of 12 casks or treasures up in Boston.
So do they say what's in it?
Yeah, so inside, it's basically a plastic box. Inside of that is like a ceramic. He had somebody handcraft these ceramic boxes with a lid, and they're all painted and ornate, very cool looking, with like, elves and demons and shit on it. And inside is a key, and if you present that key to the guy, Byron Price, Priess, that's his name. So if you present the key to him or mail it to him, then you would get the gem, and each painting has a gem in it. So the gem was at the time worth about $1,000 each. No one knows 100% the full value and what gem. Actually, his wife does. There is an estate that still handles the thing, and we found that out last month or a couple months ago when the Boston one was found. So there's a poem and a picture, and you have to use those two things to figure out where it's at. But there's 12 poems and 12 pictures, so you don't know which poem goes with what picture. It's all guesswork. And back in 1982, without the internet, it was frickin' probably impossible. So now, as the internet gets, it's easier to navigate the internet. You have more people looking into it. And on Expeditions Unknown, they did a story on it, and then not too long later, like a year or two later, they found the Boston one. Bob and I believe that we know where the St. Augustine one is. We are fairly confident, and there's nobody out there who has come up with the solution that we've come up with. And it was by chance. Bob walking around with a GoPro. We had an idea of where we wanted to look. He went to the Fountain of Youth. He's walking around with his GoPro. We watched probably an hour and a half of his videos of him just walking around the park while we're looking at this thing and looking at the picture. And there was, Bob, look at the picture. Look at that. Look, look, look. We pause it, rewind it. Look, look. There it is. That's the spot. And so it was one of those moments. But of course, the guy who owns the park didn't let us go back to dig or to probe to see if there was something down there because it was the holidays, and Bob had to go back up to Boston. So I'm going to try to figure something out to get down there and at least check the site that we think it is. But if I find anything, if I tap, Bob's going to have to get in his ass in a car and drive on down because I ain't unearthing that treasure without him. But I think we got it coming. But shout out to Bob. I had a great December having him and his girl down with us, Alex, and we did the one chip challenge. That was the last stream I did over there on Backlog time. And holy shit, Joe, I did 2 chips. I don't know if you saw it. I did 2 chips. Bob did 2 chips. Alex did the corner of a chip, and that wasn't a lot of fun, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I watched it. You were like, yeah, oh shit.
Yeah, that was the turning point.
Yep.
That was. As soon as I lifted my arms, I was like,
Hell yeah, man. Good podcast. I love doing this shit. I'm going to come more prepared next time. This was like a whim. I text you at, 4:45 driving home. I was like, man, we need to do a podcast. So I just wanted to get back on the air, get the feel of it again, realize I do enjoy doing this even more. But I'll be more prepared. We'll have more topics, but it was fun just to get back in here. And,
I'm with you, man. Wait till you see the whole little set we got, and we're going to probably get some name tags up here up front so that people can know that you are Snapper Joe. Buddy, no, he does not stream, but maybe one day soon, Bobzilla will get up there and stream. I don't got anything else for right now. I mean, 1,000 things on my mind I could probably talk about, but we'll get a lot of this stuff sorted out as the time comes along. But you know me, I love just pushing forward. Joe, thank you for your patience at the beginning of all this.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, so Joe, I am Kevin, and you are?
I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
I'm Joe.
I'm Joe.
I could be Kevin, but I have more hair. Ha ha!
Thank you.